Cameron, I'm the author of Fermenting Everything, and what I've tried to do in that book, what I have done, is just follow what I had around, what was seasonal at the time, what I wanted to eat, and what I wanted to experiment with. So there's some recipes in there that you'd expect, and there's some recipes that I just thought I'd have a go at. The ones that didn't work aren't in the book, the ones that did work are in the book. So I'm also a forager, and that's partly what I do. So there are those recipes in there. So there's things like burdock and elderflower and rose hips and horseradish and things that I've picked, and dandelions, sow thistles, you know, that sort of stuff. But I've also got everyday stuff like that you can get from any store or supermarket. So I've got like carrots and radishes and apples and celery, you know, that kind of stuff, and even meat and fish and a load of dairy produce. There's even a couple of puddings thrown in for luck. So yeah, that's Fermenting Everything, and out on the 16th of June. So I'm here in my kitchen, and I'm ready to take questions. Unfortunately, the only people that have turned up are Annoying Steve and Blooming Annoying Betty. So I'm ready to take the questions off you, Annoying Steve, and Blooming Annoying Betty. Can you ferment that? Can ya? Can you ferment that? Yeah, Granny Smith, you can ferment that. Page 211, I think. Yep, you can ferment that. Any more? Carrots. Yeah. What about these? Can you ferment them? Don't know if you listened to my introduction. Mentioned all of these things. Yeah, you can ferment that. These are radishes. Can you ferment that? Can you ferment that? Kimchi out of this. I also really like sauerkraut with this. It's a different flavour than your hard cabbage, and it ferments a bit quicker as well because it's got more moisture in it. So things with a higher moisture content tend to sort of break down a bit quicker. Can you ferment that? Can you ferment that? So yeah, Savoy cabbage, harder cabbage. Yeah, I've sort of mentioned that already. Yeah, so again, you could do that to kimchi on its own as sauerkraut. Yeah, cut it up, grate it if you want, or cut it up into sort of thin slices. I can't remember what page that's on, but yes, sauerkraut. You can. Can you ferment that? Can you? Can you ferment that? Can you? So yeah, I've done the Granny Smith apple already. You can ferment it. Can you ferment this? Can you ferment this? Yeah. So yeah, you can ferment celery. Yeah, of course. The stems are nice and crunchy to come up. I just throw them in with the sauerkraut. That's good. That's a good way to do it. Also mixed with other flavours, so turmeric. I like the taste of turmeric. Celery stems together. That's just there's sort of an earthiness with a crunchiness that works really well together. And these! Can you ferment these? And that! Really simple, sort of boozy, snacky recipe. Cut them in half, mix them with some figs if you've got some as well. Make sure they're a little bit slightly squishy, but not, you know, not so they're turning over. And cover them in honey. And leave that for a couple of weeks at least, and the honey will pull the moisture out, and you'll end up with this drink and this kind of, and it will start to ferment as well. So you get sort of booziness of the fruit, and you get a kind of boozy plum. So you can eat the plum as a food, and then you can drink down the sort of, it's like a meaty, plummy, figgy drink. It's delicious. Can you ferment them? So yeah, you can. Tomatoes are great. These are one of my favourites. But fork straight in so that you're penetrating the top, and maybe go in about that sort of far, and then pile them up. Pour your brine over the top. Got some dill. Sorry, put dill in first. So dill in the bottom, dill leaf, and then pour over your brine. I've tried it with Alexander's, which is it's a foraged herb, and I've tried it with sage. Because I've got some growing in the garden. And sage is good if you're going to use the tomatoes later in the year for making pasta dishes and things like that. And what happens to the tomatoes, it becomes more tomatoey. if you would. And that, like, it's just a delicious flavour. Is that it? Any more questions from anyone?
Can you ferment that? That?
Granny Smith apple, yeah. Page 211. We've done that. More questions from anyone? No. So you really can ferment everything. So later on, I'll be fermenting everything here. I've been Andy Hamilton. Thanks very much. And thank you to both as well. Thanks.
Can you ferment that?
Yeah. Page 211. Fermented apples. Thanks for watching.
Can you ferment that?